Hey again guys, Pickclover here, and welcome to my next Let's Play of StarCraft 2 the visual novel. I am back here, and I have met with this guy who apparently is a gigantic ass. Because he apparently kicked my ass in StarCraft 2, so I don't know. But before I can say anything else, Jet steps out from around the corner and cuts between the two of us. Well, thank you so much, Jet. Still great at making friends, huh, Bolt? He glances between the two of us, surprised. After a moment's pause, the so-called Bolt seizes back his smirk and meets Jet with a step forward. I am so sorry. Alright, so apparently this guy's kind of intimidated. Been a while, hasn't it? What's a supposed Star League champion doing with trash like this? Whoa, wait. Excuse me, sir. Who are you calling trash? Bolt looks past her and tilts his head towards me. I take a step towards him, but an open palm from Jet stops me from going any further. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Jumping ship to seem bloated with foreign money has its upsides, but it won't be long before you forget the dignity of a pro gamer, asshole. This guy is a complete utter asshole. The dignity of a pro gamer, huh? You make it sound so distinguished. You've changed for the worse and you don't even realize it. How sad. Keep on smirking there, bud. Someday, it's gonna come right back at you. Karma is gonna come right back at you, my friend. Should be longer until the KPGA finally accepts that there's no future in Brood War. You're smart enough to know what happens then, but hey, the scene could always use more casters. Whatever you say, for the record, what excuse did you give for your coach for another day off? VIP is a little more lax than Shock T1, but I might want to borrow it someday. These are terms I absolutely do not know because I don't play StarCraft 2. I might get into it. At that, Bolt scowls. Jet doesn't waste the opening and strikes again. Damn, this woman is tough. Don't worry. Don't worry, Dungsek. Don't worry, Dungsek. What? Your secret's safe with me. Run along now. I'm sure you've got coins to flip or something. Is that supposed to be Korean? Because I don't know Korean. The standoff lasts a moment longer before Bolt lets out a lazy shrug, instantly killing off the intensity in his expression. I've got better things to do than offer advice to a mouthy chobo? Do what you want, kid. Is he talking to me? He thumbs his nose. Thumbs his nose? What on earth does that mean? Returns to his station without another word. Is that supposed to be like an insult that pro gamers do? I really have no idea. I don't know. As soon as Bolt's out of sight, Jet takes my arm in vice and practically drags me away. Where are you? What? What the hell? What the hell are you at? What? Did you close your eyes, expand, and hope for the best? Even after a heated confrontation, her concern is with the match before anything else. I almost laugh. I don't know. I was trying to be kind of tricky and put my third base where he wouldn't have normally scouted. It's blatantly obvious that you're expanding if you haven't shown an army that late in the game. All he had to do was look around the map and collect a free win. Her pointed critique diffuses the tension from moments prior, even if it doesn't exactly make me feel any better. Well, sorry, jeez. I'm trying my best in StarCraft 2. Why do you gotta be such a critic? Get off my ass. When she's done going through my long list of mistakes, Jet flicks a hand back towards the pieces. Wait, what? Come on, queue up a game against me. Oh, jeez. Crap is getting intense here, guys. Well, let's see what goes on. I told Jet that I wasn't feeling up for practice after we played a few more one-sided games. She seemed annoyed but agreed with my suggestion to take a short break. Yep, I could sure use a break, indeed. Back in here, with all these delicious condiments. Back in high school, I used to spend most of my time at the library when class was over. To be honest, this is probably the most time I'm willingly spent outside of my room since then. Am I supposed to be a hikikomori or a shut-in? Because I know I go to the library sometimes after school, because that's like the best place ever. I'm not the type for fun, study diligently, but it was nice to have a place to go and be on my own. I've missed those afternoons since I graduated. Well, you can always go to your local library, friend. But Golden Zonefire is as good a placement hangout as I could hope for. It's clean and comfortable, and it's pretty much everything that I need to stay 24/7. that is an exaggeration. Some of the patrons here look practically glued to their chairs. So they're practically gluing their butts to the chair so that they wouldn't leave. Then how do they go to the bathroom? That's a lame joke. With milk tea from one of the... Ooh, I like milk tea. With a milk tea from one of the vending machines in hand, I return to my seat across from from Jet. She isn't wearing the same scowl from earlier, but I can tell she'd rather be practicing. What are you drinking? She snatches up the can across from her and takes a long sip. Coffee. What kind of coffee? Coffee is coffee. I don't drink sugary junk. Wait, are you trying to say that milk tea is sugary junk? Well, I do like bubble tea, but... because bubble tea is basically milk tea with chewy tapioca. But I can understand how it's very sugary, because it's a very sweet drink. It really is. And for the record, it's obnoxious to challenge someone that you don't know to a match. Jeez. Man, I have a feeling this is going to be a long day. Is it a really good... excuse me, I cannot speak English today. Is it really such a big deal? I just wanted a practice game against a good player. Seems harmless. Do you know those types that stream snipe and start shit on message boards so that people pay attention to them? More than a few come to mind. I kind of get that. I do kind of get that. That's you, except you did in real life. Cut me some slack. Thank you. How do you know that guy anyway? His name is Bolt? Yes, he plays for Shock T1. Shock, huh? Bolt must be a new recruit. I haven't paid much attention to them or any Brood War teams since StarCraft 2 came out, but he definitely wasn't on their roster a year ago. Let me cut right here and I've been studying up on pro gaming in South Korea, and trust me guys, it's a huge business. It really is big. It's definitely one of the biggest businesses out there. Heck, if you guys know Total Biscuit, he's like I think he's the manager for Axiom Esports or something. And I believe that's a Korean-based StarCraft 2 team. And I just found out that Jesse Cox also has an esports team for Hearthstone. Is it Hearthstone or Hearthstone? I don't know. But yeah, just a little fun facts. I don't know if it's Genabane or if it's Total Biscuit that is the manager for Axiom Esports. I need to look that up again. But trust me, guys, if you want to do esports, go to South Korea. That is if you have the money and the skills to do so. Like, don't just go there blindly. Right, but how do you know him? Clicks her tongue and breaks her gaze away from me. I silently appreciate the reprieve from her death glare. It is like 11:25 at night, so I'm a little sleepy. If you must know, he and I went to the same middle school. I was in the class above him. Aha, so some childhood tensions. Huh, okay, I was thinking he might have knocked you out of a tournament or something. No, I've never played him in Star League. You don't need to overanalyze everything. Oh, gosh. Okay, silence falls between us while Jet nurses what remains of her drink. I can tell that she's really into the coffee, or she's trying to find something to occupy her lips other than our conversation. At PC banks, shouldn't there be a term that people can use, or that people should know? Because I don't know much about PC gaming that much. I'm still kind of a noob to it. By the way, is it me or does her hoodie kind of look like a sailor outfit? Kind of like those Japanese sailor outfits. You know, it makes zero sense for you to focus on qualifying for VSL. What's VSL? What is that? Is VSL the name of a team? What is it? I guess I'll find out later. What do you mean? What's the point of us meeting up to practice then? No, I'm not saying listen. I want to round up some players. Oh, I see. You're trying to round up a team. That's what you're doing. And wait a minute. Does that mean you think I have potential? Because obviously you want to play a few rounds with me. So it's quite obvious that you see some potential in me. Well, I'm honored. Team League, but you're already on a team. Yeah. She wavers, considering whether or not to tell me what I've already figured out. You're leaving VIP? Aha! The plot thickens. Eyes jump to mine, brows raised in surprise, then furrowed. An annoyance. She's been on VIP for almost a year and is by far the team's best player. Management barely pays us and nobody's motivated. They're worse than bad. They're complacent. I want a fresh start. Well, I don't blame you on that. Hey, I'm not guilting you. It just isn't something I expected to hear. Do you have a team house picked out? No, not yet. It's kind of amazing how there's team houses just for esports gamers. No. Should you be the coach, since you're the one that's always berating me, like, every second, and basically judging me for everything that I talk to you about? Well, are ya? Whoa, what was that? Look, it's a work in progress, okay? I edge her away from glare and raise my hands defensively. Okay, I won't ask again. For a while silence. Jed does her best to avoid eye contact, but I can tell she's thinking hard about something. Real hard, I suppose. I'm about to rise to replace my milk tea with another. She speaks. You know about all those new foreign teams popping up recently, right? Yeah, what about them? Isn't it strange they're worse than almost every Korean squad, yet most of them have more sponsors. Really? So, basically, crappy players from foreign teams, but they still make money because of sponsors? Well, there are a lot of esports fans outside of Korea these days. People want to support their hometown heroes. Huh, kinda like football. I'm talking about like European football, not American football. Where would the money come from if not the fans? Idiots. What? Idiots. Idiots that call themselves investors. Idiots that throw away money, keeping mediocre players afloat. Afloat because it makes them feel good inside for whatever reason. That's kind of wasting their money if they're just throwing money at players that aren't even that good. It's kind of wasting money. Well, she and Bolt agree on something at least. Okay, are you gonna find some idiots to sponsor you? No. Well, you're kinda... Wait, what? Lady, you... you have a very complicated mindset, you know that? No, it wouldn't work out in the end. Well, what I'm getting at is too much of our scene ignores the foreign fan base. It's a huge mistake. Excuse me, one second. Oh, excuse me, I had a yawn. There's time zone differences and language barriers. Also, I don't know if you know this, but lots of foreign fans don't find Korean players entertaining. Wait, what's entertaining? Okay, what? How dare you? That's ridiculous, exactly! I'm just relaying common knowledge. Don't hold me accountable for the opinions of Silver Leaguers. Most Western fan support goes to the people who entertain well, streamers, casters, those kind of people. Well, Twitch is big nowadays. The most famous players in your scene aren't the best? That's appalling. Hey, don't pretend like Brood War didn't get famous on the backs of dudes who looked good on camera. If the PC Bang was the ship, then fangirls pulled the oars. You know, one thing I noticed is that my character that I'm playing as, based on his dialogue, he's speaking really good Korean. That's different. They were pretty and skilled, not one or the other. And show some respect. Those dudes are the only reason you and I are able to have this conversation. The sharp response and equally sharp glare suggests that I shouldn't argue the point. Jet knows better than I do anyways. We're getting off topic. There are tons of potential fans that most Korean teams ignore simply because they're too hard to connect with. Yeah, I agree. She lifts an eyebrow and stares at me for just a bit too long before glancing away. If I wasn't sure before, I am now. Go on, say it. What you got in your mind? I know what you're thinking. No, you don't. Yes, I do. What am I thinking then? You want me to join a new team you're starting so that I can help you with a foreign fan base. Also, you invited me here to try out under the I don't know how you pronounce that word. Guise of practice. Wait, that's it? Slopes back in her seat defeated. I fight a losing battle against the urge to laugh. Well, she beats around the bush a lot. Don't look so smug. Smug. You can always hire a manager. Before we have any players, maybe I should just keep my head down and practice. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I think it's a good idea. You're only saying that because I gave you an offer. Well, you beat around the bush, lady, and you don't give me a straight answer. Maybe, but hey, if you go through with this, I'll do whatever I can to help. How are you the one convincing me to go after my own idea, damn it? She's complicated. She chews on her lip, likely considering the harrowing risk of leaving her team. Well, you did say you wanna start new. I can't make any commitments until we have at least some other players. It'd be stupid for me to move out of the VIP house without everything lined up. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, even if I don't have every detail hashed out yet. I want to keep overhead low and practice in time high, lean and mean. She aims to figure at me, her dull nail a hair's breadth before my nose. If you're gonna be a part of this, you're gonna have to pull your own weight. You can start by searching for our players, unless you'd rather find me a coach and a sponsor. So apparently I have a job. My job is to basically find players, or I could find her a sponsor and a coach. I'll leave that to you. That seems, you seem very convincing enough to let people manage your team. It'll work out better this way. The minimum number of players for team league is 4, so you need to find at least 2. Interesting. You know, this isn't exactly what I had in mind as the ideal join a team experience. Yes, come join our team. We're filled with all types of ragtag team members. Walk away if you like, if you have a long way to go, if you want to be anything other than our translator mascot anyway. Ooh, well, that's kind of something. Well, better yet, why can't I just get a job just working as a Korean translator? Because apparently, based on my dialogue, I could speak really good Korean. You know, that's actually a pretty good idea. But as of right now, you kind of suck, even by foreigner standards. Offense intended. Offense intended. Wow, she does not beat around the bush. Well, she kind of did about the offer thingy. You really need to start busting your ass. Coming to Korea is pointless if you're still practicing Western hours. Well, nobody ever claimed that Jet wasn't honest. A bit too honest. I'm gonna work you and everyone else like dogs. If this team comes together, I won't be happy with anything unless less than first place in VSTL. Damn. Wow, she's basically a dictator. Wow, this woman is basically a dictator. She is going to work me like a horse. That is not good. Ma'am, can I... can I reconsider the offer? Even though I know nothing about team management? Yeah, this game is getting pretty interesting. I said this before, but this visual novel is pretty damn cool. How the hell am I going to find 2 worthwhile unsigned players? Gee, we got a whole facility filled with sweaty, possibly middle-aged gamers. I wonder how hard it could be. Oh, this must be like the college district where they sell all kinds of junk food for college students. What? I watch TV. Most of the cafe's patrons were playing Brood War. Man, this StarCraft 2 sounds pretty interesting. Now to extend my search outside of a single PC bang, I guess I have a little too convenient to find a VSL caliber player so easily. I get the urge to stop at a convenience store on the way back to my apartment. There's one I've been going to regularly for my nightly fix of sugar and caffeine. Basically energy drinks and milk tea? The store's blindingly bright signage is visible from more than a block away. Green capital letters spell out the store's name in English on a backdrop of white. Go Mart. Huh, kinda reminds me of Family Mart back in Okinawa. Ooh. The door's familiar chime welcomes me, and the same clerk I've seen at least a dozen times before stands formally behind a cash register. He looks like, oh my goodness. He looks like any other anime villain that you can think of. He looks a bit old to be working still. Maybe he owns the place and doesn't have help to work the night shift. I see myself standing behind the counter in an unwanted mental image. It's a fate that could easily await me if I failed to make it as a professional gamer. I shake my head free of the thought and make my way to the refrigerated section of the store to fill my fists with cans and bottles. I cannot talk straight today. Some of the drinks may have strange names, so I'll be damned if they aren't. I drop them on the counter in front of the old man and briefly make eye contact with him. He seems to recognize me, but doesn't say anything to indicate it. He brings up my drink slowly, not from age or callousness. Callousness? But but because he's in no great rush, the store's empty, aside from me, after all. 6,000 won. How much is 6,000 won? I swipe my credit card in the reader and depart with a polite smile, anxious to return to my apartment. The clerk returns with the This man is gonna kill me, isn't he? He's gonna come to my apartment with a knife. Or... tell me he's a gamer. The only top tier player I'm speaking in terms with is Excel. But how would I even approach the subject of getting him to leave his team for a new and untested one? Maybe it would be better for me to simply get a lead from him. If I can't manage that, then I'm left to scour local PC banks and message boards on my own. I got my work cut out for me. Whatever, I'll figure this out tomorrow. Oh, hi. And this is the first person I meet up with. Okay, so let me do escape, save data, overwrite. Thank you. Okay, so I am actually going to stop right here. I'm really enjoying this game so far, and I can't wait to play more of this. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're interested in playing this game, I'll post a link in the description so you can download the game. It's also on Steam as well. So comment, like, subscribe, share this with everybody. Have an awesome day.